Right, good afternoon, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us today. We've got here today two participants of the main event that takes place on the 28th of February at the O2 Arena in London, where Tyson Fury will be defending his European WBO international heavyweight titles against the number 4 ranked Christian Hammer from Hamburg in Germany. He's currently ranked number 3 by the WBO. As I've said before at the previous press conference the other week, this is I think it's a risk fight for Tyson. He's not asked for an easy job whilst waiting for the shot at Klitschko, and I don't think we can do no more than find the guy who's ranked number 3 in the world for him to step into the ring with. Christian's got a great reputation and does come to fight. He's a big puncher, so it's going to be quite an interesting night, I think, as far as the heavyweight division is concerned. And hopefully Tyson comes through this. Obviously, we'll be pressing for the fight against Klitschko. We did have talks with him. Mick Hennessy, Tyson's promoter, and I had talks with him. It's about 2 or 3 weeks ago. We thought we were quite close actually to making the fight, but unfortunately we couldn't do that because of the situation regarding money and what their expectation levels were. So we will get this fight out of the way, and then hopefully we can get the fight on with Klitschko. But there's also obviously another interesting development with the fight that took place the weekend. I don't know if anybody got to see it. I'm sure some of you did. The Stavern and Beyonce Wilder, not Beyonce. His fight. That's a good way to cause trouble, isn't it? Beyonce Wilder. No, regarding that fight, it was. I thought it was it was a really good heavyweight fight. It was refreshing to watch, and I thought personally that Wilder, came out of it really well. He's no doubt about it. He's got an excellent jab. He jabbed his way through that fight. His tactics were spot on, and he came away with the title. And so it's another facet now to the heavyweight division. And obviously he mentioned Tyson that he would like to fight him this year. I don't think there'd be any problems with us. They're certainly pushing an open door there as far as that fight's concerned. So there's a lot of options at the moment. Tyson's just got to keep winning. But this guy here on my left is obviously going to do his best to ensure that he throws a spanner in the works. But as I say, I think Tyson has got all the credentials to go all the way. He certainly proved it last year in the fight against Derek Chisora. In beating Derek, he beat a fighter who was on form, who had had 5 wins under his belt against good class opposition, and he dealt with him and beat him very convincingly. And I say that as Derek's manager. I thought he'd done a great job. Anyway, the guys are here. We've got also our partner, Bill Ives is here. And we thank Raynham Steel, who will be sponsoring the event, and also Talk Sport, who will be broadcasting the event on radio. And as you know, it'll be live and exclusive on Box Nation, Sky 437, on the HD channel 490, on Virgin 546, and Talk 525. Anyway, I know you've got millions of questions to ask us, so please go ahead and do so.
Tyson, makes a nice change for heavyweight champions for the winter.
It does. It's very refreshing to hear the new heavyweight champion want to fight me. It shows the type of caliber of a fighter I am. When the first thing out of the mouth says they want to fight me, so there we have it. I know Christian since about 2006. We both went to the World Junior Championships in Morocco, which he won. I got a bronze medal. He got the gold medal there, and then I met him again in Poland in European Union Championships, and then again in Russia in the European Championships. So I'm very familiar with him as an amateur. He was a good amateur boxer. Since then he's turned pro. He's been over in Germany, Hamburg boxing. He's had some good wins recently. Kevin Johnson, Bravo Acosta Jr., who was undefeated. He's had some great fights, and he's a combination puncher. He's got good footwork, and he punches hard as well. So, interesting fight.
You've never actually sparred with him, have you?
Oh no, never.
Is there an argument this is your best opponent so
Yeah, definitely. It's my most accomplished opponent so far, I would say, as in from his pedigree of his amateur background and the way he's come through the professional ranks. And that. He's had a couple of hiccups along the way, but he's recovered from them and he's on a winning streak. I think he's 10 in a row or something like that. Won his last 10 or whatever.
Undefeated since 2010, so it's coming up to 5 years.
How's it been with camp this time? Obviously your last one came after 3 cancellations. It felt different coming in to camp off the back of such a good win.
To be honest, I had Christmas and New Year off and I don't like to ponder on the past. What's ever happened behind me, I'm not interested really. Always looking forward to the future. So I come into camp, had a great Christmas and New Year, enjoyed myself to the maximum, and I'm really prepared for a 2015 to be a great big year for me, and hopefully I'll get that world title shot. I didn't see the fight, I'm not going to lie, but I did see some clips of the fight. I believe Deontay Wilder done a very good job, and he's lighting up the division at the moment, isn't he? It's on everybody's mouth.
If I know this is very hypothetical, but if you were faced with the enviable task of, say, a world title fight with Klitschko or a world title fight with Wilder, who would you choose and why?
Good question, Alan. I would choose Klitschko because he's number one in the division and he holds most of the belts, and then I'd defend it against Deontay Wilder to unify the division. That's my ideal plan, providing I get past this guy to my left.
That's not me, that's him.
Can we ask Christian Thomas, has he seen a lot of Tyson's fights, obviously on television, and if so, what does he think of him and how's he going to beat him?
Ja, ich habe den Kämpfer gesehen, der ist guter Boxer, aber hat große Fehler gemacht.
He saw the fight of Tyson, and Tyson is a good boxer, but he made a big mistake to choose Christian as his next opponent, because Christian is going to defeat Tyson.
I'll point him or knock him out.
On point.
Your chin's safe then, Tyson.
Hopefully, you can't take anyone for granted. The guy's a good boxer, but many people have made the same mistake as this bill is labelled risky business. There was not so long ago a fighter called Denis Boytsov who was also mandatory for the world title and risked it against Alex Leapai and lost his mandatory position. Therefore, Alex Leapai went on and fought Klitschko instead of him. So, very risky. I must focus on this fight and take it very, very seriously. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not interested in Klitschko, Wilders, anybody else. I'm only interested in this guy here.
Was it temptation to just wait?
No, because I've been inactive for long enough. I do want to keep busy. It's on my time. I'm not going to wait on Klitschko's time or anybody else's time. This is my career and I want to keep going and keep improving. Having long periods of time off doesn't help any fighter. I don't care what they say. Inactivity is the worstest thing for a boxer.
And whether it be Klitschko, hopefully it's Klitschko, or Wilder, whatever it may be, the name of the game is, as Tyson saying, being busy, going into that fight that you're best prepared, rather than sitting down. You could sit here now and wait until Klitschko fight takes place, which would be, end of June, maybe July, maybe September. And that how good's that going to be for him to be sitting around not doing it? And that's why I think that you've got to take your hat off to him with the opponent that he's taking. And it is, this show is called Risky Business, and it is a big risk for him. There's no doubt about that. He's focus on Hammer, because that's, he's here on a mission as well. He's number 3 rated. He wins this fight, he becomes the mandatory challenger. So it's, he's got everything to go for, and he's got everything to lose.